Yesterday, my aunt from the village called me. She said she had secured some African knife fish for me. That's one of the things she does best, helping me source white fish directly from the local fishermen and making sure they are brought in alive. So this morning, I grabbed my life jacket and told my busy sister to come along, not just for company, but to help hold the camera because you know me, I always love to tell a story. Now, my hometown is Aro, a riverine community in Eseodo local government area of Ondo State. It's an Ijaw-speaking village, surrounded by creeks and water, and the round trip from Akure takes about 6 hours. This time, I took a car since I wasn't picking up much. I packed some boats to carry fish alive back to Akure. Here is a small shop space close to the village market. The market comes up every 4 days. My aunt had already secured the fish in bowls, covered them with nets so they wouldn't jump out. She got me African knife fish, also known as asa or ejaoso in Yoruba. Also Heterobranchus longiphilis, our native wild catfish. And snakehead fish, also called okudo in Yoruba, one of the sweetest freshwater scaly fish. Remember the small firewood oven I built for her? She's using it wonderfully. Fish smoking runs in the family. She's already smoked dozens of African knife fish and heterotis, which is also called mangala or arowana. Now, to assess the live fish, the bowls were too big to fit in my car. I really miss my Toyota Tundra, the V8. But for now, I am managing with what I have. Very soon, by God's grace, I will get myself a light-duty truck for moving fish. That okudo fish, the one that looks like a snake, is highly priced. Then we have the wild catfish and the monster-sized African knife fish, asa. The biggest she had kept in a plastic container so it could stretch its full length. We got more heterotis as well, the mangala. Now let me tell you this. Hunting African knife fish in the creek is not an easy task, especially when you specifically ask the fishermen to keep them alive for you. I already told them I want to keep them in my dam so they can reproduce. So the price I pay is higher than what they will sell for, smoked or fresh. These fish are basically hunters. They feed only on live prey. So the fishermen use a live bait, kept wrangling on hooks, just to lure the predator. That's how you catch asa or ejaoso. That is why I say asa is the cleanest fish on the planet. It eats nothing rotten, only what it hunts alive. No wonder it's called the governor fish. In fact, if you ever plan to marry a Yoruba woman, get ready. Buying African knife fish or ejaoso is often part of the traditional gift list for the family. While at the riverside, there was an incident, a boat accident. A young boy fell off a speeding boat. The throttle was still on. Thank God he wasn't wearing a life jacket. Strange to say, right? But if he had one on, it would have kept him afloat and straight into the path of the propeller. Instead, he dived under and swam away. While the boat went in circles, brave men stepped in and rescued him. He had few injuries, but we thank God it wasn't worse. Before heading back, I bought some bread for the women who helped source for this fish. We packed the partially smoked fish into our bowls, the one Yorubas will call oforo. I will finish the drying in my smokehouse in Akure. That's the best way to keep them fresh and firm. Before, when she used to send them over to me in Akure, some would spoil before getting to me. But now, she cleans, I've dried them, and I come pick them up myself. The only thing I'm jealous of is her firewood. She has access to red hardwood that gives the fish deep smoky flavor. Look at the coloration, well smoked, right? My bowls couldn't carry all the fish, so I borrowed my sister's and put some on the seat. Don't pity my car. I use fish money to buy it. But I'm seriously eyeing a Toyota Land Cruiser pickup LC70, the one they call the Buffalo. Perfect for this kind of job. That's my female African knife fish with eggs, a major catch. I place the remaining fish in the boot with water, though it usually gets up there. But the most important fish, the African knife fish, was well secured inside the car so that it can get AC from the village down to Akure. Then we hit the road back to Akure. We kept checking on the fish as we moved. On the way, I spotted a local fish trap made by an Ikale woman. I bought two for 6,000 naira. Hopefully I will catch some fish with it. We finally arrived in Akure safely. I checked the fish, changed the water, secured them. Now look, the biggest African knife fish I've seen this year. Look at those white catfish too. My goal is to reproduce African knife fish on my farm. This is my own little act of conservation. Whether smoked or fresh, African knife fish is one of the most expensive freshwater fish in Nigeria today. Imagine having thousands of them on your farm. That is the goal. So yes, I have secured the fish. As long as my aunt keeps sourcing, I will keep returning to Arugbo. This is how we grow, step by step, fish by fish, journey by journey. Thanks for watching.